accounting tax from MyConsult, and as we get closer to the e-invoice implementation for phase 3, we are still trying to come up with simple guides to assist our clients and AutoCount users on how we can actually implement e-invoice as seamless as possible. So in today's video, we'll be looking at how we can link your AutoCount database to the MyInvoice portal. So to do this, first thing we need to do is we need to come to the MyTax portal, and you can come here to mytax.hasil.gov.my. I will put the link in the description below. Alright, so you need to log in as the director or the administrator of the organization. To do this, you can come here, choose ID, and you can put in your passport number or identification number. Okay, so key in your IC number right now, and you press submit, key in your password, and then log in. Okay, so if you have never done this before, the first thing you need to do is you need to come here to the profile site. You must come here to role application. Alright, so to apply for a role, you just need to come here to type of application. This is a new application, and then type of role, this is either a director or employer or estate administrator. So because I'm doing a Sendirian Berhad, so I put director of the company. Put your TIN number without the alphabet. Okay, put here. And then one other document or one other information you require to prepare before doing this is your SSN document. Okay, it should be either in JPEG, PNG or PDF, and should not be more than 2 MB, or not it will be automatically rejected. So upload your document, tick the box here and press submit. Okay, once you press submit, LHDN might require about 3 to 5 working days for them to come back to you, and you can always come back to this screen here and check right at the bottom to make sure that it has been accepted. Okay, so once it's accepted, what you need to do, you can come back to MyTax portal, come back to the main screen here. If you can see your role selection here, change individual to directors of the company organization, you can see your company. Okay, so once you have done this part here, now you are director of company of the MyConsult, for example. What happens is you can now select MyInvoice and you can begin your e-invoice profile creation. Alright, so press MyInvoice and it will bring you to the MyInvoice portal. Alright, so before we can actually proceed, you need to actually do some setup inside your MyInvoice portal. Alright, so make sure you can actually log into this, or if you're not sure, contact our team and then we can actually assist you in this part. Okay, so once you're actually in the MyInvoice portal, you need to come up here first on the right top. Make sure that you are logged into your company taxpayer profile, not your individual taxpayer profile. Alright, so come to here, MyConsult Sendirian Berhad. So what happens is it will bring you to the taxpayer profile. You can actually scroll all the way down. What happens is you can see there's a function called add intermediary. So first thing you need to do is press add intermediary. Okay, they ask you for all these details. You can actually get it from the description below, or you can actually contact us for the information. Alright, so let's say we copy the text information here, copy, come here, paste URN number, paste, and then after that your company name. Okay, press it and press equal, and then we press continue. Okay, the next step here will be actually to select your representation date. So you can actually say, example, if we go here, say 2nd of September, we can go all the way to 3 years time. You can come here, 25, 26, 27, say September 2nd. Okay, and then make sure that you have actually ticked all these to enable it. If not, what happens is when you want to validate your invoice, you will face some error. Okay, so once you're done, we just press add intermediary. You can come here to intermediaries. You can see there is the AutoCount system already under active status. The next thing that you need to do is you need to register your ERP system. So register ERP. Alright, choose a friendly name. So this name is not what we can say not compulsory, or doesn't need to follow a full word or the full name. We can just say okay, AutoCount. Alright, and then we can actually say the expiration of this secret will be for 3 years, and then we just press register. Okay, So you can see there's a different set of client ID, client secret, and client secret too. So what happened is you have to make sure that you actually copy all this information. So we can just click copy and then you can paste it somewhere. Copy, copy, and copy. And then I have confirmed, then you can press done. Okay, so once done, when you come to ERP, you can see the system will actually generate for you ERP system called AutoCount. Alright, so now once this set up, then you can continue with creating your company profile inside AutoCount. So what happens is after we have already created my e-invoice profile, now you can actually come into your AutoCount. So today's I'm going to look at the revision version 27, version 2.2 AutoCount system. So the previous version, there's a different way of setting up, and today with the version 2.2 revision 27, there's a different way of setting up again. Alright, so as per normal, what we need to do is first of all we must create the tax profile for your own individual company. So to do that, you can come here to tax, you can come here to tax entity maintenance. Okay, so first thing, you press new, you must select your business local, and then you must key in your TIN number. Alright, so my TIN number would be here. I just copy here, I paste it here, come back to my business registration number. This needs to be your new registration number, and then from here is your MSIC code. So you can actually select your MSIC code, or if you are not sure, you can actually use 00000, or if for example if you have multiple MSIC code, what you do is you just need to select your main MSIC code. Okay, so all these details you just need to make sure you key in. For phone number, make sure there is no dash, there's no spacing. Make sure every field that has a red color needs to be filled up. Okay, so once done, we have completed this and we can press save. Okay, so now we are done, we can go to the next step, tax entity. What happens is now we need to come to general maintenance here, we need to come to company profile. Okay, so you can actually key in your company name, and we must link your tax entity to this. Alright, so you select here and press select it, and what happens is you can press share company tax information if you want to share this information to other AutoCount users. Alright, so you press share, then they will send you a verification code based on the email, and you just need to key in and you are ready to share those information. Okay, so once done, we press OK. So once we link your TI number to your company name, we can come to e-invoice here and we can do the e-invoice setting. Okay, so to come to e-invoice setting, first thing we will need to do is come to the setting here to set the date of when you're going to start, when is the consolidated period, and things like that. So we can press the setting here. Here we can say okay, enable e-invoice. We can set when we want to start e-invoicing. So from here we can change the date, so I want July 1st. Okay, and if I want the relaxation period, I can turn it on and I can put the relaxation period here. Okay, so we can initially start at 31st December 2025, but if example you are ready to do e-invoice earlier, you can actually turn this off, or you can change the date to an earlier date. Alright, so means you can actually come here and you can say okay, I want to start maybe November 30th only. Okay, so you can put it here. The next function is of course allow to create consolidated e-invoice. So if you tick this, means there's still an option for you to provide or to generate a consolidated e-invoice. Most likely, if example your customer does not provide you the necessary information, you can still create a normal invoice and then submit to LHDN using a consolidated format. Okay, the next thing that you can do is you can also select whether you want to use today's date as a submission date, because what happens is LHDN, when you send for validation, they will auto check your date. So if it's more than 3 days from the date of submission to LHDN, usually they will reject it. Alright, so to bypass that criteria, what happens is AutoCount has this function to allow you to use today's date submission. So example, if your invoice is already like 10 days or 20 days late already, okay, you backdate it 10 or 20 days later. So when you tick this and you submit to LHDN, what happens is AutoCount will use today's date, which example is the 29th of May, as the date of submission and as the date of the invoice. Okay, so if you want, you can take this, and you can also do things like setting of what is your default classification code. So if my default classification code, I want it to be 022, I can come here and select others. Okay, once you actually set this up, AutoCount also has other functions like auto email validated e-invoice. So means what happens is, as long as LHDN validates this e-invoice already and give you your QR code and the UUID, what happens is AutoCount allows us to auto send to your customer. Okay, so you can actually say to enable auto email, then you can set which format. You can even select which form that you want to use to auto trigger, and you can even create your content of the email. Okay, so you can type in what is your content, and if there's a form of BCC, means you can actually say BCC to your own email, so you can know that, oh, this has been sent out to which customer already. Okay, however, if you want to do this, of course, one important thing that you need to know is you need to set up the email here. Okay, so press email setting here. You need to key in all your configuration, okay, your Gmail configuration for myself, and then key in your username and password. Okay, so when done, we just press OK. And then one more thing that you need to do is we must always update our e-invoice code list. Okay, press here. Okay, so once it's done, you press OK, and you are going to set up the next part. Right, so here we have this thing called activate e-invoice on AIP server. So we can click here, and just now when we create our e-invoice profile, when we create our intermediary, the LHDN MyInvoice profile will give you this ID and secret. So make sure you just click here, paste here, and paste here, and you press activate. Alright, so invoice status means your ID and secret is already updated. Invoice license means you have already bought your license already. Okay, so these two must be completed before you can press activate. Okay, so if there's any other questions you have regarding this setting up, do leave a comment below or contact our support team, and we'll see how we can actually assist you. Alright, so that's all for today as how we want to set MyInvoice portal, how to link the invoice profile to AutoCount using the AutoCount features. Alright, so if you have any other guides you would like us to create, do leave in the comment below. Okay, thank you.